Proceed, Solinus, to procure my fall, and by the doom of death and woes and all.
Merchant of Syracusa, plead no more. I am not partial to infringe our laws. The enmity and discord which of late sprung from the rancorous outrage of your duke to merchants, our well-dealing countrymen who wanton guilders to redeem their lives, have sealed his rigorous statutes with their bloods, excludes all pity from our threatening looks. For since the mortal and intestine jars twixt thy seditious countrymen and us, it hath in solemn synods been decreed, both by the Syracusians and ourselves, to admit no traffic to our adverse towns. Nay more, if any born at Ephesus be seen at Syracusian marts and fairs, again, if any Syracusian born come to the bay of Ephesus, he dies. His goods confiscate to the duke's dispose, unless 1,000 marks be levied, to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die.
Get this my comfort. When your words are done, my woes end likewise, with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusian, say in brief the cause why thou departedst from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. Yet, that the world may witness that my end was wrought by nature, not by vile offense, I'll utter what my sorrow gives me leave. In Syracusa was I born, and wed unto a woman happy but for me, and by me had not her hap been bad. With her I lived in joy. Our wealth increased. By prosperous voyages I often made to Epidemia, till my factor's death and the great care of goods at random left drew me from the kind embracements of my spouse, from whom my absence was not 6 months old before herself, almost at fainting under the pleasing punishment that woman there had made provision for her following me, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, but she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons. And, which was strange, the one so like the other as could not be distinguished but by names. That very hour, and in the selfsame inn, a mean woman was delivered of such a burden. Male twins, both alike. Those, for their parents were exceeding poor, I thought, and brought up to attend my sons. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return. Unwilling, I agreed. Alas, too soon we came aboard. A league from Epidemia had we sailed before the always wind obeying deep give any tragic instance of our harm. But longer did we not retain much hope, for what obscured light the heavens did grant did but convey unto our fearful minds a doubtful warrant of immediate death at home, which though myself would gladly have embraced, yet the incessant weepings of my wife, weeping for what she saw must come, and piteous plainings of the pretty babes that mourned for fashion, ignorant what to fear, forced me to seek delays for them and me. And this it was, for other means was none. The sailors sought for safety by our boat, and left the ship, then sinking ripe to us. My wife, more careful for the ladder-born, had fastened him onto a small spare mast, such as seafaring men provide for storms. To him, one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been like heedful of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves at either end of the mast, and floating straight, obedient to the stream, was carried towards Corinth. as we thought. At length, the sun, gazing upon the earth, dispersed those vapors that offended us. And by the benefit of his wished light, the seas waxed calm. And we discovered 2 ships from far making amain to us. Of course that, about the garrishness. But as they came, oh, let me say no more. Gather the sequel by that went before.
Nay, forward, old man! Do not break off so, for we may pity, though not pardon thee.
Had the gods done so, I had not now worthily termed them merciless to us. For ere the 2 ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty, which being violently borne upon our helpful ship, was splitted in the midst. So that in this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left to both of us alike what to delight in, what to sorrow for. Her part, poor soul, seeming as burdened with lesser weight, but not with lesser woe, was carried with more speed before the wind, and in our sight they 3 were taken up by fishermen of Corinth, as we thought. At length, another ship had seized on us, and knowing who it was their hap to save, gave healthful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and would have reft the fishers of their prey had not their bark been very slow of sail. And therefore homeward did they bend their course. Thus have you heard me severed from my bliss, that by misfortunes with my life prolonged, to tell sad stories of my own mishaps.
And, for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favor to dilate it full what hath befallen of them and thee till now.
My youngest boy, and yet my eldest care at 18 years became inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me that his attendant, so his case was like, reft of his brother, but retained his name, might accompany him in the quest of him. Whilst I labored of a love to see, I hazarded the loss of whom I loved. 5 summers have I spent in farthest Greece, roaming clean through the bowels of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephesus, hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought, or that, or any place that harbors men. But here must end the story of my life. And happy were I in my timely death, could all my travels warrant me they live.
Hapless Aegean, whom the fates have marked to bear the extremity of dire mishap. Now, trust me, were it not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, which princes would they, may not disannul, my soul should sue as advocate for thee. But though thou art adjudged to the death, and passed sentence may not be recalled, but to our honored great disparagement, yet will I favor thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I'll limit thee this day to seek thy life by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus, beg thou or borrow to make up the sum and live. If no, then thou art doomed to die. Jailer, take him to thy custody.
I will, my lord.
Hopeless and helpless doth Aegean wend, but to procrastinate his lifeless end. give out to our epidemium, lest that your goods too soon be confiscated. This very day, a Syracusian merchant is apprehended for arrival here, and not being able to buy out his life, according to the statute of the town, dies ere the weary sun set in the west. There is your money that I had to keep.
Go bear it to the centaur where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till that I'll view the manners of the town, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return and sleep within mine inn, for with long travel I am stiff and weary. Get thee away.
Many a man would take you at your word, and go indeed, having so good a mien.
A trusty villain, sir, that very oft when I'm dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jests. What, will you walk with me about the town, and then go to my inn and dine with me?
I am invited, sir, to certain merchants, of whom I hope to make much benefit. I crave your pardon. Soon, at 5 o'clock, please you, I'll meet with you upon the marks, and afterward consort you till bedtime. My present business calls me from you now.
Farewell till then. I will go lose myself, and wander up and down to view the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content, commends me to the thing I cannot get. I to the world am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop, who falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I, to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them unhappy, lose myself. Here comes the almanac of my true date. What now? How chance thou art returned so soon?
Return so soon, rather approach too late. The capon burns. The pig falls from the spit. The clock has struck in 12 upon the bell. My mistress made it one upon my cheek. She is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach, having broke your fast. But we that know it is to fast and pray are penitent for your default today.
Stop in your wind, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money that I gave you?
Oh, sixpence that I had a Wednesday last? To pay the saddler for my mistress's crupper? The saddler had it, sir. I kept it not.
I'm not in a sport of humor now. Tell me, and dally not, where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you jest, sir. As you sit at dinner, I from my mistress come to him post. If I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will scour your fault upon my pate. Methinks your maw, like mine, should be your clock, and strike you home without a messenger.
Come, Dromio, come. These jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir? Why you get no gold to me?
Come on, Sir Knave, have done your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was but to fetch you from the mart home to your house. The Phoenix, sir, to dinner. My mistress and her sister stayed for you.
Now, as I am a Christian, answer me in the safe place you have bestowed my money, or I shall break that mere sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I'm undisposed. Where is the 1,000 marks thou hadst of me?
I have some marks upon my pate, some of my mistress's marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both.
Right.
If I should pay your worship those again, perchance you will bear them patiently.
Thy mistress marks? What mistress slave hast thou?
Your worship's wife? My mistress at the Phoenix, sir? She doth fast till you come home to dinner, and pray you hie you home to dinner.
What wilt thou flout me thus unto my face, being forbid? There! Take you that, Sir Knave!
What mean you, sir? For God's sake, hold your hand. Nay, you'll not, and I'll take my heel.
On my life, by some device or other, the villain is overwrought of all my money. They say this town is full of cozenage, as nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark-working sorcerers that change the mind, soul-killing witches that deform the body, disguised cheaters, raiding mountebanks, and many such like liberties of sin. If it proves so, I will be gone the sooner. I'll to the centaur to go seek this slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned that in such haste they sent to seek his master. Sure, Luciana, it is 2:00.
Perhaps the merchant hath invited him, and from the mart he's somewhere gone to dinner. Good sister, let us thine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty. Time is their master, and when they see time, they'll go or come. If so, be patient, sister,
Why should their liberty than ours be more?
because their liberty still lies out a door.
Look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh no, he is the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
Why, headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. There's nothing situate under heaven's eye but hath his bound, in earth, in sea, in sky. The beasts, the fishes, and the winged fowls are their males subjects, and at their controls. Man, more divine, the master of all these, lord of the wide world and wild watery seas, endued with intellectual sense and souls of more preeminence than fish and fowls, are masters to their females and their lords. Then let your will attend on their accord.
This servitude makes you to keep unwed.
Not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sway.
Ere I learn to love, all practice to obey.
How if your husband starts some other where?
Till he come home again, I would forbear.
Patience unmoved. No marvel though she pause. They can be meek that have no other cause. A wretched soul bruised with adversity. We bid be quiet when we hear it cry. But were we burdened with like weight of pain, as much or more should we ourselves complain. So thou, that hast no unkind mate to grieve thee, would with urging helpless patience relieve me? But if thou ever lived to see like rights bereft, this full begged patience in thee would be left.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Here comes your man. Now is your husband nigh.
Say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's at 2 hands with me, and now my 2 ears can witness.
Say, didst thou speak with him? Knowest thou his mind?
Aye, he told his mind upon mine ear. Beshrew his hands, I could scarce understand it.
Spake he so doubtfully thou couldst not feel his meaning?
Nay, he struck so plainly I could too well feel his blows. And withal so doubtfully, I could scarce understand them.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath much care to please his wife.
Why, mistress, sure, my master is horn mad.
Horn mad, thou villain!
I mean, not cuckold mad, but he sure is dark mad. When I desired him to come home to dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. The meat doth burn, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Will you come, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Where is the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain? The pig, quoth I, is burned. My gold, quoth he. My mistress, sir, quoth I. Take up thy mistress. I know not thy mistress. Out on thy mistress.
Quoth who?
Quoth my master. I know, quoth he. No house, no wife, no mistress. So, that my errand, do unto my tongue. I thank him. I bear home upon my shoulders. For in conclusion, he did beat me there.
Go back, thou slave, and fetch him home.
Go back again and be new beaten home? For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I will break thy painted cross.
And he will bless that cross with another beating. But between you, I shall have a holy head.
Pretty peasant, fetch thy master home.
Am I surrounded with you as you with me? For like a football, you spurn me thus, you spurn me hence, and he will spurn me hither. If I last do the service, you must case me in leather.
Fie, how impatience loureth in your face.
His company must do his minions grace, whilst I at home starve for a merry look. Hath only age the luring beauty took from my poor cheek, then he hath wasted it. Are my discourses dull, barren my wit? If voluble in sharp discourse be marred, unkindness blunts it more than marble hard. What ruins are in me that can be found by him not ruined? Then he is the ground of my defeatures. Oh, my decayed fair, a sunny look of his would soon repair. But to unruly deer he breaks the veil and feeds from home. For I'm but his tail.
Self-harming jealousy. Fie, beat it hence.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage some other where, or else what lets it but he would be here. Oh, sister, you know he promised me a chain. Would that alone o' love he would detain and keep fair quarter with his bed. I see the jewel best enamelled will lose its beauty. Yet the gold bides still, that others touch, and often touching will wear gold. Yet no man that hath a name by falsehood and corruption doth it shame. Since my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away and weeping die.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy.
The gold I gave to Dromio is laid up safe at the Centaur. And the heedful slave is wandered forth in care to seek me out. By computation in mine host's report, I could not speak with Dromio since at first I sent him from the mart. See, here he comes. How now, sir? Is your merry humor altered, as you love strokes? So jest with me again. You know no centaur, you received no gold, your mistress sent to have me home to dinner, my house was at the Phoenix. Wast thou mad that thus so madly thou didst answer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour since.
I did not see you since you sent me hence, home to the centaur with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold receipt, and toldest me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou feltest I was displeased.
I am glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest? I pray, master, tell me.
Yea, dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Thinkest thou I jest? Hold, take thou that, and that!
Hold, sir, for God's sake. Now your jest is honest. Upon what bargain do you give it me?
Because that I familiarly sometimes do use you for my fool and chat with you, your sauciness will jest upon my love and make a common of my serious hours. When the sun shines, let foolish gnats make sport, but creep in crannies when he hides his beams. If you will jest with me, know my aspect, and fashion your demeanor to my looks, or I will beat this method in your sconce.
Sconce, call you it? So you would leave battering. I'd rather have it ahead. And you use these blows long. I must get a sconce for my head and ensconce it too, or else I shall seek my wit in my shoulders. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why, first for flouting me, and then wherefore for urging it the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir? For what?
Marry, sir, for the something that you gave me for nothing.
I'll make you amends next to give you nothing for something. But say, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir, I think the meat wants that I have.
In good time, sir? What's that?
Basting.
Well, sir, then it will be dry.
If it be, sir, I pray you eat none of it,
Your reason?
lest it make you choleric and purchase me another dry basting.
Well, sir, learn to jest in good time. There's a time for all things.
I durst have denied that before you were so choleric.
By what rule, sir?
Marry, sir, by a rule as plain as the plain bald pate of Father Time himself.
Let's hear it.
There's no time for a man to recover his hair that grows bald by nature.
May he not do it by fine and recovery?
Yes, to pay a fine for a periwig and recover the lost hair of another man.
Why is time such a miser of hair, being as it is so plentiful in excrement?
And it's a blessing that he bestows on beasts. What he hath scanted men in hair, he hath given them in wit.
Why, but there's many a man hath more hair than wit.
Not a man of those, but he hath the wit to lose his hair.
Why, thou didst conclude hairy men plain dealers without wit.
The plainer dealer, the sooner lost. Yet he loseth it in a kind of jollity.
For what reason?
For two. Sound ones, too.
Nay, not sound, I pray you.
Sure ones, then.
Nay, not sure in a thing falsing.
Certain ones, then.
Name them.
The one, to save the money he spends in tiring. The other, that at dinner they should not drop in his porridge.
You would all this time have proved there's no time for all things.
Married, and did, sir, namely he had no time to recover hair lost by nature.
But your reason was not substantial why there's no time to recover.
Thus I mend it. Time himself is bald, and therefore to the world's end will have bald followers.
I knew it would be a bald conclusion. But saw, who wafts us yonder?
I, Antipholus, look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath thy sweet aspects. I am not Adriana, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou unurged wouldst thou, that never words were music to thine ear, that never object pleasing in thine eye, that never touch well welcome to thy hand, that never meat sweet savored in thy taste, unless I spake, or looked, or touched, or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband? Oh, how comes it that thou art then estranged from thyself? Thyself, I call it, being strange to me. But undividable, incorporate, and better than thy dear self's better part. Oh, do not tear away thyself from me, for no, my love, as easy mayst thou fall a drop of water in the breaking gulf, and take unmingled thence that drop again, without addition or diminishing, as take from me thyself and not me too. How dearly would it touch thee to the quick, shouldst thou but hear I were licentious, and that this body, consecrate to thee, by Raphael I should be contaminate. Wouldst thou not spit at me, and burn at me, and hurl the name of husband in my face, and tear the stained skin from my harlot's brow, and from the false hand cut the wedding ring, and break it with a deep divorcing vow? I know thou canst, and therefore see thou do it. I am possessed with an adulterate blood. My blood is mingled with the crime of lust, for if we two be one, and thou placed false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh, being strumpeted by thy contagion. Keep then fair league in truce with thy true bed. I live disdained, thou one dishonored.
Leave you to me, fair dame? I know you not. In Ephesus I am but 2 hours old, as strange unto your town as to your talk, who every word by all my wit being scanned, wants wit in all one word to understand.
Fie, brother, how the world is changed with you. When were you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Dromio home to dinner.
By Dromio?
By me.
By thee, and this thou didst return from him, that he did buffet thee, and in his blows denied my house for his, me for his wife.
Did you converse, sir, with this gentlewoman? What is the course and drift of your compact?
I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest, for even her very words didst thou deliver me to the marks.
I never spake with her in all my life.
How can she thus then call us by our names? Unless it be by inspiration.
Oh, how ill agrees it with their gravity. You counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, abetting him to thwart me in my mood. Be it my wrong you are from me exempt, but wrong not that wrong with the more contempt. Come, I will fasten on this leave of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband, I a vine, whose weakness married to thy stronger state makes with thy strength to communicate. Aught possesses thee from me, it is dross, usurping ivy, briar, idle moss, who, all for want of pruning, with intrusion, infect thy sap, and live on thy confusion.
To me she speaks. She moves me for her theme. What, was I married to her in my dream? Or sleep I now, and think I hear all this? What error drives our eyes and ears amiss? Until I know this sure uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Romeo, go bid the servants spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beat! I cross me for a sinner. This is the fairyland. Oh, spite of spite, we talk with goblins, owls, and sprites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our breath, or pinch us black and blue.
Why prates thou to thyself and answerest not, thou Dromio, thou slug, thou snail, thou sot?
I am transformed, master. Am I not?
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
Nay, master. Both in mind and in my shape.
Thou hast thine own form.
No, I am an ape.
If thou art changed to aught, 'tis to an ass.
'Tis true. She rides me and I long for grass. 'Tis so. I am an ass. Else, but it could never be that I should know her as well as she knows me.
Come, come. No longer will I be a fool to put finger in the eye and weep whilst man and master laughs my woes to scorn. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Husband, I'll dine with you above today and shrive you 1,000 idle praise. Sirrah, if any ask you for your master, say he dines forth and let no creature enter. Come, sister, Dromio, lay the porter well.
Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking? Mad or well advised? Known unto these and to myself disguised? I'll say as they say, and persever so. And in this mist, at all adventures go.
Master, shall I be porter at the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, lest I break your pate.
Come, come, Antipholus, we dine too late.
Excuse all. My wife is shrewish when I keep my hours. Say that I lingered with you at your shop just in making your carcanet, and that tomorrow you would bring it home. But here is a villain that would face me down. He met me on the mart, and then I beat him and charged him with 1,000 marks in gold. And then I did deny my wife and house. Thou drunkard, thou! What didst thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know. That you beat me at the mart and I have your hand to show. If the skin were parchment and the blows you gave were ink, your own handwriting would tell you what I think.
I think thou art an ass.
Nary so doth appear. By the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear, I should kick being kicked and being at that pass. You would keep from my heels and beware of an ass.
You're sad, Senor Balthazar. Pray God our chair may answer my good will and your good welcome here.
I hold your dainties cheap, sir. You're welcome, dear.
Oh, Senor Balthazar, either in flesh or fish, a table full of welcome makes scarce one dainty dish.
Oh, good meat, sir. It's coming. that every trail affords.
And welcome more common, for there's nothing but words.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast.
I to a miserly host and more sparing guest. But though my case be mean, take them in good part. Better cheer may you have, but not with better heart. It's soft. My doors are locked. Go, beat them, let us in.
Maud,
Gnome,
Bridget,
Horse,
Marion,
Capon,
Cicely,
Coxcomb,
Jillian,
Idiot,
Jig.
Hatch. Either get thee from the door or sit down at the hatch. Dost thou conjure for wenches that thou callest for such store when one is one too many? Go, get thee from the door.
What patch has made our porter? My master stays in the street.
Let him walk from whence he came, lest he catch cold on his feet.
Who talks within there? How open the door?
Right, sir, I'll tell you when, and you'll tell me wherefore.
Wherefore for my dinner? I have not dined today.
Nor today here you must not come again when you may.
Not today, go away, come again another day. Go hit the hay.
What art thou that keeps me out from the house I owe?
The porter for this time, sir, and my name is Dromio.
Villain, thou hast stolen both mine office and my name. The one year got me credit, the other me put blame. If thou hadst been Dromio today in my place, thou wouldst have changed thy face for a name or thy name for an ass.
What a coil is there, Dromio? Who are those at the gate?
You're gonna have to wait. You chose your fate. We're not falling for your bait.
Let my master in loose.
Faith, no, he comes too late, and so tell your master.
Oh Lord, I must laugh. Have at you the proverb, shall I set in my staff?
Have at you with another, that's win, can you tell?
If thy name be called Loose, thou hast answered him well.
You hear, you midget! You let us in, I hope! I thought to have asked you.
And you said
No!
So come help us struck, there is blow for blow.
You reap what you sow, you've got nothing left to show. We don't like her knocking, so we think you better go.
No! Baggage, let me in! Can you tell for whose sake?
Master, knock the door hard.
Let him knock till it aches.
You'll cry for this minion if I beat the door down! What needs all that and Paris stalks in the town?
Who is that at the door that keeps all this noise?
by my troth your town is troubled with unruly boys.
Are you there, wife? You might have come before.
Your wife, sir? Nay,
Go, get you from the door.
If you went in pain, master, this knave would go sore.
Here is neither cheer, sir, nor welcome. We would fain have either. In debating which is best, we shall part with neither.
They stand at the door, master. Bid them welcome hither.
There is something in the wind that we cannot get in.
You would say so, master, if your garments were thin. Your cake here is warm within. You stand here in the cold. It would make a man that is a buck to be so bought and sold.
Go, fetch me something. I'll break open the gate.
Break any breaking here and I'll break your name's
Hey!
A man may break a word with you, sir, and words about wind. I'm breaking in your face, I'll be breaking out behind.
It seems thou wantst breaking out upon behind.
There's too much out upon thee. I pray thee, let me in.
Aye, when fowls have no feathers and fish have no fins.
Well, I'll break in. Go borrow me a crow.
A crow without a feather? Master, mean you so? For a fish without a fin, there's a fowl without a feather. If a crow help us in, Sir Ra will pluck a crow together.
Go, get thee gone. Fetch me an iron crow.
Sir, oh, let it not be so. Here in you war against your reputation, and draw in the compass of suspect thy unviolated honor of your wife. Once this, your long experience of her wisdom, her sober virtue, years and modesty, beat on her part some cause to you unknown. And doubt not, sir, but she will well excuse why at this time the doors are made against you. Be ruled by me. Depart in patience, and let us to the tiger out to dinner. And about evening, come yourself alone to know the reason of this strange restraint. If by strong hand you offer to break in now, in the stirring passage of the day, a vulgar comment will be made of it, and that supposed by the common routes against your yet unguarded estimation, that may with foul intrusion enter in and dwell upon your grave when you are dead. For slander lives upon succession, forever housed where it gets possession.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and in despite of mirth mean to be merry. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, wild and yet too gentle. There will we dine. This woman that I mean my wife, but I protest without desert, as oftentimes upbraided me withal. To her will we to dinner.
Get you home and fetch the chain. By this I know 'tis made. Bring it, I pray you, to the porpentine. For there's the house, that chain will I bestow, be it for nothing, but to spite my wife. Upon mine hostess there, good sir, make haste. Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere and see if they'll disdain me.
I'll meet you at that place some hour hence.
Do so. This jest shall cost me some expense.
May it be that you have quite forgot a husband's office? Shall Antipholus, even in the springs of love thy love springs rot? Shall love in building grow so ruinous? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake use her with more kindness. Or if you like elsewhere, do it by stealth. Muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Let not my sister read it in thine eye. Be not thy tongue thy own shame's orator. Look sweet, speak fair, become disloyalty. Apparel vice like virtue's harbinger. Bear a fair presence, though your heart be tainted. Be secret false. What needs she be acquainted? What simple thief brags of his own attaint? 'Tis double wrong to truant with your bed, and let her read it in your looks at board. Shame hath a bastard fame well managed, and ill deeds is doubled with an evil word. Alas, poor women, make us but believe, being compact of credit, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, and you may move us. Then, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress, what your name is, else I know not, nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Less in your grace and your knowledge you show not, than our earth's wonder, more than earth divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Lay open to my earthy gross conceit, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the folded meaning of your words' deceit. Against my soul's pure truth, why labor you to make it wander in an unknown field? Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me, then, and to your power I'll yield. But if that I am I, then well I know your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline. Oh, train me not, sweet mermaid, wish I know to drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing, siren, for thyself, and I will dote. Spread over the silver waves thy golden hairs, and as a bed I'll take them and there lie, and in that glorious supposition think he gains by death that hath such means to die. Let love, being light, be drowned if she sings.
What? Are you mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but mated. How I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
Or gazing on your beams, fair sun being by.
Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Call thyself sister, sweet. It's good to wink, sweet love, as look on night.
What? Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister's sister.
That's my sister!
No, it is thyself! Mine own self's better part. My eye's clear eye, my dear heart's dear heart, my food, my fortune, my sweet hope's aim, my soul earth's heaven and my heaven's claim.
All this my sister is, or else should
Call thyself sister, sweet, for I am thee. Thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband yet, nor I no wife. Give me thy...
Oh, soft sir! Hold you still! I'll fetch my sister to get her goodwill! Oh, gosh!
Why, how now, Dromio? Where runn'st thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio. Thou art my man. Thou art thyself.
No, I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What woman's man? And how besides thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself, I am due to a woman. One that claims me. One that haunts me. One that will have me.
What claim lays she to thee?
Marry, sir, such claim as you would lay to your horse. And she would have me as a beast. Not that I, being a beast, she would have me, but that she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
What is she?
A very reverend body. Such a one as a man may not speak of without he say, Sir Reverence. I have but lean luck in the match, and yet is she a wondrous, fat marriage.
How dost thou mean a fat marriage?
Marry, sir, she's the kitchen wench, and oh grace, I know not what used to put her to, but to make a lamp of her, and run from her by her own light. I want her rags, and the tallow in them will burn a pole in winter. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart like my shoe, but her face, nothing like so clean kept. For why? She sweats. A man may go over shoes in the grime of it.
So that's a fault that's watchable then.
No, sir. 'Tis in grain. Noah's flood could not do it.
What's her name?
Nell, sir. What's her name in 3/4? That's an L and 3/4. Will not measure her from hip to hip.
Then she bears some breadth?
No longer from head to toe than from hip to hip. She is spherical, like a globe. I could find out countries in her.
In what part of her body stands Ireland?
Very so. In her buttocks. I found it out by the bugs.
Where Scotland?
In the bareness, hard in the palm of the hand.
Where France?
In her forehead, armed and reverted, making war against her heir.
Where England?
I looked for the chalky cliffs, but I could find no whiteness in them. I guess it stood on her chin, by the salt room that ran between France and it.
Where Spain?
Faith, I saw it not, but I felt it hot in her breath.
Where America? The Indies?
Oh, sir, upon her nose. All o'er embellished with rubies, carbuncles, sapphires.
Where stood Belgium? The Netherlands?
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. To conclude, this drudge or diviner laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore I was a charter, and told me what privy marks I had about me, such as the marks on my shoulder, the mole in my neck, the great wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as a witch. And I think, if my breast had not been made of faith, and my heart of steel, she had transformed me into a curdled dog, and made me turn at the wheel.
Go! Hie thee presently. Post to the road, and if the wind blow any way from shore, I will not harbor in this town tonight. If any bark put forth, come to the mart, where I will walk till thou return to me. If everyone knows us, and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge, pack, and be gone.
As from a bear a man would run for life, so fly I from her that would be my wife.
There's none but witches do inhabit here. Therefore 'tis high time that I were hence. She that doth call me husband, even my soul doth for a wife abhor. But her fair sister, possessed with such a gentle sovereign grace, of such enchanting presence and discourse, hath almost made me traitor to myself. But lest myself feel guilty to self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid's song.
Master Antibalus!
That's my name.
I know it well, sir. Lo, here's the chain. I thought to have taken you at the Porpentine. The chain, unfinished, made me stay thus long.
What is your will that I shall do with this?
What? Please yourself, sir. I've made it for you.
Made it for me, sir? I bespoke it not.
Not once, nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it, and please your wife withal, and soon, at several time, I'll visit you, and then receive my money for the chain.
I pray you, sir, receive the money now, for fear you never see chain nor money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare you well.
What I should think of this, I cannot tell. But this I think, there's no man is so vain that would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see a man here needs not live by shifts, when in the streets he meets such golden gifts. I'll to the mart, and there for Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straight away.
You know, since Pentecost the sum is due, and since I am not much in portion you, nor I had not, but that I am bound in Persia and Mount Gilders for my voyage. Therefore make present satisfaction, or I'll attach you by this officer.
Even just the sum that I do owe to you is granted to me by Antipholus, and in the instant that I met with you, he had of me a chain. At 5 o'clock I shall receive the money for the same. Please, if you will walk with me down to his house, I will discharge my bond. Oh, and thank you too.
That labor may you say, see where he goes.
While I go to the goldsmith's house, go thou and buy a rope's end. That will I bestow among my wife and her confederates for locking me out of my doors by day. Besought, I see the goldsmith. Get thee gone, buy thou rope, and bring it home to me.
I buy £1,000 a year. I buy a rope.
A man as well holds up the trust to you. I promised your presence in the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. Be like you thought our love would last too long if it were chained together, and therefore came not.
It's thieving. Your merry humor. Here's the notes. How much the chain weighs to the utmost part, the fineness of the gold, and charge full fashion, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more than I stand indebted to this gentleman. I pray you, sir, see him presently discharged, for he is bound to sea, and stays put for it.
I am furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Good senor, take the stranger to my house, and with you take the chain. And bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I will be there as soon as you.
Then you will bring the chain to her yourself.
No, there's with you, lest I come not time enough.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
And if I have not, sir, I hope you have, or else you may return without your money.
Come, you know I gave it you, even now. Both wind and tide steers with this gentleman, and I to blame have held him here too long.
Good Lord! You used this galleon to excuse your breach of promise to the Porpentine. I should have cheated you for not bringing it, but last shrew you first began to brawl.
The hour steals on, I pray you, sir, dispatch.
You hear how he importunes me, the chain.
Why, give it to my wife and fetch your money.
Come, you know I gave it you, even now. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or send the chain.
Why? You run the steamer out of breath. Come, where's the chain? I pray you let me see it.
My business cannot brook this stallion. Good sir, say where your answer me or no. If not, I'll leave him to the officer.
I answer you? What did I answer you?
The money that you owe me for the chain!
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
You know I gave you half an hour since!
You gave me none. You wronged me much to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit.
Well, officer, arrest him at my suit!
I do, and charge you in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I attach you by this officer.
Consents to pay thee that I never had. Ha! Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Here is thy fee. Arrest him, officer. I would not spare my brother in this case if he should scorn me so apparent.
I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit.
And to obey thee till I give thee bail. But sirrah, you shall buy the sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, I shall have law in Ephesus. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Master, there's a bark of epithelium that stays but till her owner comes aboard. And then, sir, she bears away. Our freightage, sir, I've conveyed aboard, and I brought the oil, the balsamum, and aquavitae. The ship is in her trim, and the merry wind blows fair from land. They stay for naught at all but for their owner, master, and yourself.
How now? A madman? Why now, peevish sheep? What ship of epidemium stays for me?
A ship you sent me to hire waftage.
Thou drunken slave! I sent thee for a rope, told thee to what purpose and what ends.
You sent me to a rope's end as soon. You sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark.
I will debate this matter at more leisure and teach your ears to listen me with more heed. To Adriana, villain, hie thee straight. Give her this key. Tell her in the desk that's covered o'er in Turkish tapestry. There is a purse of ducats. Let her send it. Tell her I am arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. Hie thee, slave, be gone! On, officer, to prison till it come.
To Adriana. That is where we dined. Where Dowsabel did claim me for her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their masters' minds fulfill.
Ah, Luciana! Might thou perceive austerely in his eye that he did plead in earnest? Yea or no? Looked he or red, or pale, or sad, or merrily? What observation madest thou in this case of his heart's meteors tilting in his face?
First he denied you had in him no right.
He meant he did me none, the more my spite.
Then swore he that he was a stranger here.
True he swore, though yet forsworn he were.
Then pleaded I for you.
And what said he?
That love I begged for you, he begged of me.
With what persuasion did he tempt thy love?
With words that in an honest suit might move. First he did praise my beauty, then my speech.
Did speak him fair?
Patience, I beseech.
I cannot nor I will not hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is crooked, deformed, old and sear, ill-faced, worse bodied, shapeless everywhere. Vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, unkind, stigmatical in making, worse in mind.
Who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost is wailed when it is gone.
Ah, but I do think him better than I say, and yet would hear in others' eyes were worse. Far from her nest the lapwing cries away. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse.
Here go! The dust, the purse! Sweet, now make haste!
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Where's thy master, Dromio? Is he well?
No, he's in a tar or limbo. Worse than hell. A devil in an everlasting torment hath him. One whose hard heart is buttoned up with steel. A fiend, a fairy, pitiless and rough. A wolf, nay worse, a fellow all in buff. A back friend, a shoulder clapper. One that countermands the passages of alleys, creeks, and narrow lands. A hound that runs counter, and yet draws dry foot well. One that before the judgment carries poor souls to hell.
Why, man? What is the matter?
I do not know the matter. He is rested on the case.
What? Is he arrested? Tell me, at whose suit?
I know not at whose suit he is arrested well, but is in a suit of bust, which arrested him. That can I tell. Will you send him, mistress? Redemption? The money in his desk?
Go, fetch it, sister. This I wonder at, that he unknown to me should be in debt. Tell me, is he arrested on a ban?
Not on a band, but on a stronger thing. A chain, a chain! Do you not hear it ring?
What, the chain?
No, the bell! 'Tis time that I were gone. It was 2 hours I left him, and now the clock strikes 1.
The hours come back. That did I never hear.
Oh, yes. If any hour meet a sergeant, he turns back for very fear.
How? As if time itself were in debt. How fondly dost thou reason?
Time is a very bankrupt, and owes more than he's worth to season. Nay, he's a thief too. Have you not heard men say that time comes stealing on by night and day? If he be in debt and theft, and the sergeant in the way, hath he not a reason to turn back an hour in a day?
Oh, go, Dromio. There's the money. Bear it straight and fetch thy master home immediately. Come, sister. I am pressed down with conceit. Conceit, my comfort and my injury.
There's not a man I meet who doth salute me, as if I were their well-acquainted friend, and every one doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some invite me, some other give me thanks for kindnesses, some offer me commodities to buy. Even now a tailor called me in a shop, and showed me silks that he had bought for me, and therewithal took measure of my body. Sure, these are but imaginary wiles, and Lapland sorcerers inhabit here.
Master, here's the gold you sent me for. What? Have you got that picture of old Adam new apparelled?
What gold is this? What Adam dost thou mean?
Not that Adam that kept the paradise, but that Adam that keeps the prison. He that goes in the calfskin that was killed for the prodigal.
I understand thee not.
No, why, 'tis a plain case. He that went like a base vial in a case of leather. The man, sir, that when gentlemen are tired, gives them a sob and rests them.
What, thou meanst an officer?
Aye, sir, the sergeant of the band. One that always thinks a man going to bed and says, God give you good rest.
Well, sir, there rest in your foolery. Is there any ships put forth tonight? May we be gone?
Why, I brought you word an hour since that the bark expedition put forth tonight. And then were you hindered by the sergeant to tarry for the hoy delay. Here are the angels that you sent for to deliver you.
The fellow is distract, and so am I. And here we wander in illusions. Some blessed power deliver us from hence.
Well met, Master Antipholus. I see, sir, you found the goldsmith now. Is that the chain you promised me today?
Satan avoid! I charge thee, tempt me not!
Master, is this Mistress Satan?
It is the devil!
Nay, he's worse. She's the devil's dam, and she comes in habit of a light winch. Come not near her.
You are man and you are marvelous merry, sir. Will you go with me? We'll mend our dinner here.
Master, if you do, expect spoon meat, or bespeak a long spoon.
Why, Dromio?
Marry, he must have a long spoon that must eat with the devil.
Avoid then, fiend! What tellest thou me of supping? Thou art as you are all, a sorceress. I conjure thee to leave me and be gone!
Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or, for my diamond, the chain you promised me, and I'll be gone and not trouble you.
Some devils ask but the parings of one's nail. A rush, a hair, a drop of blood, a pin, a nut, a cherry stone. But she, more covetous, would have a chain. Master, be wise. And if you give her, the devil will shake her chain and fright us with it.
I pray you, sir, my ring or else the chain. I hope you do not mean to cheat me so.
Avaunt, thou witch! Come, Dromio, let us go!
Pride, pride, says the peacock, mistress that you know.
Now, out of doubt, Antipholus is mad. Else would he never so demean himself. A ring he hath of mine worth 40 ducats, and for the same he promised me a chain. Both one and other he denies me now. The reason I gather he is mad, besides this present instance of his rage, is a mad tale he told today at dinner of his own doors being shut against his entrance. But like his wife, acquainted with his fits, on purpose shut the doors against his way. My way now is to hie home to his house and tell his wife that, being lunatic, he rushed into my house and took perforce my ring away. This course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to lose.
You need not my animal. I did not hear at least because I am trusted for. My wife is in a wayward mood today and will not lightly trust a messenger that I should be attached to Ephesus. I tell you, 'twill sound harshly in her ears. Oh, here comes my man. I think he brings the money. How now, sir, have you that I sent you for?
Here's that I warrant you will pay them all. Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats. For a rope?
I'll serve you, sir. 500 the rate.
To what end did I bid thee hide thee home?
To a rope's end, sir. And to that end am I returned.
And to that end I will welcome you! Sir, be patient!
It is for me to be patient. I'm in adversity.
Good, now hold thy tongue!
Nay, rather persuade him to hold his hands.
Thou whoreson! Senseless villain!
I would have were senseless, sir, that I might not feel your blows.
Thou art sensible and nothing but blows, and so is an ass.
I am an ass indeed. You may prove it by my long ears. I've served him from the hour of my nativity to this instant, and have nothing at his hands for my service but blows. When I'm cold, he heats me with beating. When I'm warm, he cools me with beating. I'm waked with it when I sleep, raised with it when I sit, driven out of doors with it, and I go from home, welcomed home with it when I return. Nay, I bear it on my shoulders as a beggar wants her brat, and I fear once he has lamed me, I shall beg with it from door to door.
Come, go on, my wife is coming yonder.
Mistress, bespeak a finum, respect your end. Or rather, the prophecy lies the parrot. Beware the rope's end.
Wilt thou still talk?
How say you now? Is not your husband mad?
His instability confirms no less. Good God, speech, you are a conjurer. Establish him in this truth once again, and I will please you what you will demand.
Alas, how fiery and sharp he looks! Mark how he trembles with ecstasy!
Give me your hand and let me feel your pulse. Dark fiend, Satan, housed within this man, to yield possession to my holy prayers, and to thy state of darkness, hie thee straight. I conjure thee by all the saints in heaven.
Peace! I am a man!
Cowards not! Our distressed soul!
You! Minion, you! Are these your customers? Did this companion with the saffron face reveled and feasted in my house today? Was upon me the guilty doors were shut and I denied to enter in my house?
Oh, husband! God doth know you dined at home today. Where would you have remained until this time? Free from these slanders and this open shame.
Dine at home! Thou villain, what sayest thou?
Sir, sooth to say, you did not dine at home.
Were my doors locked and I shut out?
Purdy, your door is locked and you shut out.
And did not she herself revile me there?
Sans fable, she herself reviled you there.
And did not her kitchen maid rail, taunt, and scorn me?
Certes she did. That kitchen vessel scorned you.
And did not I, enraged, depart from thence?
In verity you did. My bones bear witness that since have felt the vigor of his rage.
Is it good to soothe them in these conjuries?
Shame! The fellow finds his pain, and yielding to him, humors well his frenzy.
Alas, I sent you money to redeem you by Dromio here, who came in haste for it.
Money by me? Heart and goodwill you might. But surely, master, not a rag of money.
One step down at her for gruesome subject!
Came to me and I delivered it. I witnessed with her that she did.
God and the rope maker bear me witness that I was for nothing but a rope.
Mistress, both man and master are possessed. I know it by their pale and deadly looks. They must be bound and named in some dark room.
Shame, what more dost thou lock me for today? And why dost thou deny the bag of gold?
I did not, gentle husband, lock thee forward.
And I didn't have to receive no gold, but I confess you were locked down.
Dissembling villain, thou speakest false in bone.
Dissembling harlot! Thou art false in all! And art confederate in the damned pack to the loathsome abject scorn of me! But with these nails I'll pluck out these false eyes, and to behold in me the shameful spawn!
Do not need me.
For company, the fiend is strong within him.
Poor man, how pale and wan you are! What? Will you murder me? Thou jailer, thou, I am thy prisoner! Wilt thou suffer them to the rescue? Masters! Let him go! He is my prisoner! He shall not have him! No!
Go! Find this man, for he is frantic too!
He is my prisoner! The quiet let him know that he owes me a quarter to me!
This shorts thee, ere I go from thee. Bear me forthwith unto his creditor, and on how this day grows, I will pay it. Good master doctor, see it safely made home to my house. Oh, what a happy day.
Oh, what a happy straw
I'm here to encounter you!
Out on me, villain! Wherefore dost thou mad me?
You be mad for nothing, master, be mad, cried the devil!
Oh, how merciful! I could really talk! Oh, bear him hence!
One Angelo, a goldsmith. Do you know him?
I know the man. What is sum he owes?
200 ducats.
Say, how grows it do?
Due for a chain your husband had of him.
He did bespeak a chain of me, but had it not.
When as your husband, all enraged today, came to my house and took away my ring. The ring I saw upon his finger now. Straight after did I meet him with a chain.
It may be so, but I did never see it. Come, jailer, bring me where the goldsmith is. I long to know the truth hereof at large. For thy mercy, they are loose again! I found with naked swords! Let's call more help down the bound again! Away,
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
You know, would be your wife. Now bend from you.
Come to the centaur. Fetch our stuff from thence. I long that we were safe and sound of wars.
Faith, stay here this night. They will surely do us no harm. You saw they speak us fair, give us gold. Methinks they are such a gentle nation that, but for the mountain of man, flesh that claims marriage of me, I could find it in my heart to stay here still and turn wicked.
I will not stay tonight for all the town. Therefore, away to get our stuff aboard.
I am sorry, sir, that I have hindered you, but I protest he had the chain of me. Though most dishonestly he don't deny it.
How is the man esteemed here in the city?
Very reverend reputation, sir. Of credit infinite, highly beloved. Second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Speak softly, yonder, as I think he walks.
'Tis so, and that self-chain about his neck which he forswore most monstrous thing had. Good sir, draw near to me, I'll speak to him. Signor Antipholus, I wonder much that you would put me to the shame and trouble, and not without some scandal to yourself. With circumstance and oath, so deny this chain, which now you wear so openly. Besides the charge, the shame, imprisonment, you have done wrong to this, my honest friend, who, but for staying on our controversy, had hoisted sail and put to sea today. This chain you had of me. Can you deny it?
I think I had. I never did deny it.
Yes, that you did, sir, and forswore it too.
Who heard me to deny it or forswear it?
These ears of mine thou knowest did hear thee. Fie on thee, wretch. 'Tis pity that thou livest to walk where any honest man resorts.
Thou art a villain who impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty. Against thee presently if thou dare stand.
I dare and dutify thee for a villain.
Oh! Hurt him not, for God's sake! He is mad! Some get within him, take his sword away, find Romeo too, and bear them to my house!
Run, Lester, run! For God's sake, take us out.
People!
Wherefore throng you hither?
To fetch my poor distracted husband hence. Let us in that we may bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery.
I knew he was not in his perfect wit.
I'm sorry now that I did draw on him.
How long had this possession held the man?
This week he hath been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. But till this afternoon his passion ne'er did break into extremity of rage.
Hath he not lost much wealth by rack of sea? Buried some dear friend? Hath not else his eye strayed his affection in unlawful love? A sin prevailing much in youthful men, who give their eyes the liberty of gazing? To which of these sorrows is he subject to?
None of these, except it be the last, namely some love that drew him oft from home.
You should for that have reprehended him.
Why, so I did.
Aye, but not rough enough.
As rough as my modesty would let me.
Happily in private.
And in assemblies too.
Aye, but not enough.
It was the copy of our conference. In bed, he slept not for my urging it. At board, he fed not for my urging it. Alone, it was the subject of my theme. In company, I often glanced at it. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
Thereof came it that the man was mad. The venom clamors of a jealous woman, poisons more deadly than the mad dog's tooth. It seems his sleeps were hindered by thy railing, and thereof comes it that his head is light. Thou sayest his meat was sauced with thy upbraidings. Unquiet meals make for ill digestions. Thereof the raging fire of fever bred, and what's a fever but a fit of madness?
Thou sayest his sports were hindered by thy brawls. Sweet recreation barred, what doth ensue? But moody and dull melancholy, kinsman to grim and comfortless despair, and at her heels a huge infectious troop of pale distemperatures and foes to life, in food and sport and life-preserving rest, to be disturbed what mad or man or beast. The consequence is, then, thy jealous fits hath scared thy husband from the use of wit.
She never reprehended him but mildly, when he demeaned himself rough, rude, and wildly. Why bear you these rebukes and answers not?
She did betray me to my own reproof. Good people, enter and lay hold on him. No! Not a creature enters in my house. Then let your servants bring my husband forth. Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hands till I have brought him to his wits again, or lose my labor in assaying it. I will attend my husband, be his nurse, die at his sickness, for it is my office, will have no attorney but myself. Therefore let me have him home with me. Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have used the approved means I have, with wholesome syrups, drugs, and holy prayers, to make of him a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of mine oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore, depart and leave him here with me. I will not hence and leave my husband here. And ill it doth beseem your holiness to separate the man from the wife. Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain unto the Duke of this indignity.
Come, go! I will fall prostrate at his feet and never rise until my tears and prayers have won his grace to come in person hither and take perforce my husband from the abbess.
By this, I think the dial points at 5. Anon I'm sure the Duke himself in person comes this way to the melancholy vale, the place of death and sorry execution, behind the ditches of the abbey here.
Upon what cause?
To see a reverend Syracusian merchant who put unluckily into this bay against the laws and statutes of his town, beheaded publicly for his offense.
See where they come. You will behold his death.
Kneel to the Duke before he pass this abbey.
Yet once again proclaim it publicly. If any friend will pay the sum for him, he shall not die. So much we tender him.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess.
She is a virtuous and reverend lady. It cannot be she hath done me wrong.
Mates please your grace. Antipholus, my husband, who I made lord of me and all I had at your important letters. This ill day, a most outrageous fit of madness took him, that desperately he hurried through the streets, with his bondmen all as mad as he, doing displeasure to the citizens by rushing in their houses, bearing thence rings, jewels, anything his rage did like. Once did I get him bound and send him home, whilst to take order for the wrongs I went that here and there his fury had committed. Anon I wot not by what strong escape he broke from those that had the guard of him, and with his mad attendant and himself, each one with ireful passion, with drawn swords met us again, and madly bid on us chase us away, till raising of more aid we came again to bind them. And then they fled into this here abbey, whither we pursued them. And here the abbess shuts the gates on us, and will not suffer us to send him forth, nor let him out that he may be borne hence for help. Therefore, most gracious Duke, with thy command, let him be brought forth and borne hence for help.
Long since thy husband served me in my wars, and I to thee encaged a prince's word, when thou didst make him master of thy bed, to do him all the good and grace I could. Go, some of you, knock at the abbey gates, and bid the lady abbess come to me. I will determine this before I stir.
Oh, mistress, my master and men are both broke loose, being the major row, and bound the dog with her, whose beard they singed up with the brand of fire, and ever as it blazed, they threw on him great bales of fire to quench the hair. My master preaches patience to him, and the while his men with scissors nicks him like a fool. And sure, unless he does a present help, between them they'll kill the conjurer. Yes, fool! Thy master and his men are here, and that is false thou dost report us.
Mistress, upon my life I tell you, I have not breathed though since I did see it. He cries for you and vows, if he can take you, to scorch your face and defeat you. I hear mistress.
Stand by me! Fear nothing! Guard, with halberds!
Ay me! It is my husband! Witness you that he is born about invisible. Even now we house him in this abbey here. And now he's there. Hast thought of human reason.
Justice, most gracious Duke. Oh, grant me justice, even for the service that I did thee when I bestrid thee in the wars, and took deep scars to save thy life. Even for the blood that then I lost for thee, now grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son and Tiphyllis and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there. She whom thou gavest me to be my wife hath abused and dishonored me.
What?
Beyond imagination is the wrong that she this day hath shameless thrown on me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors upon me while she was harlots feasted in my house.
Grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, my good lord. Myself, he, and my sister today did dine together. So befall my soul, as this is false, he burdens me with all.
Never may I look on day or sleep on night, but she tells to your highness simple truth.
Oh, perjured woman! In this their gods forsworn. The madman justly charged them.
My liege, I am advised what I say. Neither disturbed with the effect of wine nor heady rash provoked with raging ire. Albeit my wrongs might make one wiser man. This woman locked me out this day from dinner. That goldsmith there, we cannot pact with her, could witness it, for he was with me then, who parted with me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring for Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did dine together. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither, I went to seek him. In the street I met him, and in his company that gentleman. There did this perjured goldsmith swear me down that I, this day of him, received the chain, which God he knows I saw not, for the which he did arrest me with an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats. He with none returned. Then fairly, I bespoke the officer to go with me in person to my house. By the way, met my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile confederates. Along with them, they brought one pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, a mere anatomy, a mountebank, a threadbare juggler, and a fortune teller, a needy, hollow-eyed, sword-looking wretch, a living, dead man. This pernicious slave, forsooth, took on him as a conjurer, and with gazing in mine eyes, feeling my pulse, and with no face as 'twere outfacing me, cries out I was possessed. Then all together they fell upon me, bound me, and bore me thence. And in a dark and dankish vaulted home, there was me and my man, both bound together, till gnawed my teeth, my bonds in sunder. I gained my freedom and immediately ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech to give ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, in truth, thus far I witnessed with him that he dined not at home, but was locked out.
But had he such a chain of thee, or no?
He had, my lord, and when he ran in here, these people saw the chain about his neck.
Besides, I'll be sworn, these ears of mine heard you confess you had the chain of him, after you first were sword on the mart. And thereupon I drew my sword on you, and then you fled into the abbey here, from whence I think you were come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls, nor ever did thou draw that sword on me. And this is false, you burdened me with all.
What an intricate impeach is this? I think you all have drunk of Circe's cup. If here you housed him, here he would have been. If he were mad, he would not plead so coldly. You say he dined at home?
Yes!
The goldsmith here denies that saying?
Truthfully.
Sirrah, what say you?
He dined with her there at the Porpentine.
He did, and from my finger snatched that ring.
'Tis true.
So sawest thou him enter at the abbey here?
As sure, my liege, as I do see your grace.
Why, this is strange. Go, call the abbess hither. I think you are all mated or stark mad.
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a friend will save my life, and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusian, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Antipholus? And is not that your bondman Dromio?
Within this hour, I was his bondman, but I thank him, not into my cords. Now am I Dromio, his man, unbound.
I'm sure you, both of you, remember me.
Ourselves we do remember, sir, by you. For lately, we were bound as you are now. You're not Peach's patient, are you, sir?
Why look you strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you in my life till.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last. And careful hours with time's deformed hand have written strange features in my face. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Romeo, nor thou?
No, trust me, sir, nor I.
I am sure thou dost.
And I'm sure I do not. And whatsoever a man denies, you are now bound to believe him.
Wilt know my voice? Oh, time's extremity! Hast thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue in 7 short years that here, my only son knows not my feeble key of untuned cares? Though now this graded face of mine be hid in sap-consuming winter's drizzled snow, and all the conduits of my blood froze up, yet hath my night of life some memory, my wasting lamps some fading glimmer left, my dull, deaf ears a little used to hear. All these old witnesses I cannot err. Tell me thou art my son, Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since, and Syracusa, boy, thou know'st we parted. But perhaps, my son, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke and all that know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I ne'er saw Syracusa in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusian, 20 years have I been patron to Antipholus, during which time he ne'er saw Syracusa. I see thy age and dangers make thee dote.
Most mighty Duke, behold a man.
I see 2 husbands are mine, I see thee.
One of these men is genius to the other, and so of these, which is the natural man, and which the spirit. Who deciphers them?
I, sir, am Dromio. Command him away!
I, sir, am Dromio. Pray let me stay.
Aegean, art thou not? Who else is ghost?
Oh, my old master, who hath bound him here?
Whoever hath bound him, I will loose his bonds and gain a husband by his liberty. Speak, old Aegeon, if thou beest the man that hadst a wife once called Amelia, that bore thee at a burden 2 fair sons. Oh, if thou beest the same Aegeon, speak, and speak unto the same Amelia.
Oh,
Why? Here begins his morning story right. These 2 Antipholuses, these 2 so like, and these 2 Dromios, one in semblance besides her urging of her wrack at sea. These are the parents to these children which accidentally are met together.
if I dream not, thou art Emilia. If thou art she, tell me, where is that son that floated with thee on the fatal raft?
By men of Epidamium, he and I, and the twin Dromio, all were taken up. But, by and by, rude fishermen of Corinth by force took Dromio and my son from them, and me they left with those of Epidamium. What then became of them, I cannot tell. To this fortune that you see me in.
Antipholus, thou camest from Corinth first.
Oh no, sir, not I. I came from Syracuse.
Stay! Stand apart! I know not which is which.
I came from Corinth, my most gracious lord.
And I with them.
Brought to this town by the most famous warrior, Duke Menaphon, and most renowned uncle.
Which of you two did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are you not my husband?
No! I say nay to that.
And so do I. Yet did she call me so. And this fair gentlewoman, her sister, did call me brother. What I told you then, I hope I shall have leisure to make good. If this be not a dream I see and hear.
Sir! That is the chain, sir, which you had of me!
I think it be, sir. I deny it not.
Sir, for that chain arrested me.
I think I did, sir.
I sent you money, sir, to be your bail by Dromio here. But I think you brought it on.
No, none by me.
This purse of ducats I received from you. And Dromio, my man, did bring them me. I see we still did meet each other's man. And I was taken for him. And he for me. And thereupon these errors arose.
These ducats, upon I for my father here.
It shall not need. Thy father hath his life!
I must have that diamond from you.
There, take it. And much thanks for my good cheer.
Renowned Duke, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into the abbey here, and here at large discoursed all our fortunes, and all that are assembled in this place, that by this sympathized one day's error have suffered wrong. Go! Keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I gone in travail of you, my sons, and till this present hour my heavy burden ne'er deliver it. The Duke, my husband, and my children both, and you, the calendars of their nativity, go into a gossip's feast and go with me after so long grief. Such nativity!
With all my heart. I'll gossip at this feast.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from shipboard?
Show me what's up in my castle embarked.
Your goods that laid host, sir, and the centaur.
He speaks to me. I am your master. Come, go with us. We'll look to that anon. Embrace thy brother. Rejoice with him.
There is a fat friend at your mistress's house that kitchened me for you today at dinner. She shall now be my sister, not my wife.
Methinks you're my glass, not my brother. I see by you I'm a sweet-faced youth. Shall we go in to hear their gossiping?
Not I, sir. You are my elder.
That's a question. How shall we try it?
We'll draw cuts for the senior. Till then, lead thou first.
Nay, then thus. We came into this world as brother and brother. Now, let's go hand in hand, not one before another.
Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds. I've looked at life that way.
But now, friends, they're acting strange. They shake their heads, tell me I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's
Life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all. I've looked at life from both sides now. From
My mind?
Yeah.
How is it sticky?
I go high for 9 minutes.
Our brains sticky?
Okay, stop.